Hello everyone and welcome back to St. Andrew TV. I'm your host Andrew and today we're going to be talking about facial hair. This idea came to me because I was tired of what was going on here and I needed a shave, so I thought I'd kill two birds with one stone and make it a little bit of a history lesson. I personally am not a fan of beards unless I can really grow one, which I can't, but let's give you a little bit of history of how beards in the United States became popularized. In 1854 through 1856 was the Crimean War in the British Empire. Prior to this war in particular, beards in the military for the British were banned. However, during the freezing cold temps during that war, that rule was lifted and therefore the length of facial hair got longer. That is also when the United States and their facial hair popularity started to grow, because at the time, a lot of European influence came over through magazines. And another reason is the safety razor that was around since about the 1770s wasn't so safe. The hell? Now, the Victorian era had a vast variety of facial hair styles. Take Major General of the Union Army Ambrose Burnsides here, for example. The term sideburns was coined during the Civil War, and it was a nod to him and the look of this facial hair. So let's get started with a few different styles of facial hair that you could have seen during the Victorian era. We'll start with the beard. I can't grow a great beard. I'm not a fan of having a beard either because it gets itchy and scratchy, and I'm more of a mustache guy. However, there are some good examples of Victorian era figures with really good beards. Take General Ulysses Grant, for example. It's thick, it's kept, and overall masculine, which was the goal for the time. Or you could look like Jeremiah Johnston. He was a mountain man during this time, and it's thick, it's burly, and it doesn't look like you're too tightly wound, which he wasn't because he often engaged in cannibalism. True story. So therefore, I don't have to shave anything because I kind of have the basis of what a beard looks like. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to get my razor and we're going to go on to the next one. Next we have the look of Ambrose Burnsides. These are what you call sideburns, coming all the way down to your cheek, and then he even connected it with his mustache all the way over to this side. Now this was a look that was pretty popular during this period, but if you have to ask me, I'd say it looks like you're about to step foot into a Civil War reenactment. At least that's what it looks like to me. But these are called sideburns. Now, why don't we take away the sideburns? Next up, we have the horseshoe mustache. Where you have the mustache, and then you have the extensions coming down the side. A lot of people mistake this with the handlebar mustache, but that is not the case. A handlebar mustache looks like this. A horseshoe mustache was not very common during this time, but they did have them. You probably recognize the horseshoe mustache by WWF wrestler Hulk Hogan. Brother. So the next one we're going to do, we're going to take these extensions off and get to something a little bit more traditional. Now, before we get into the second and the last one, there are some treasure announcements from my previous trek to Oregon City, Oregon on the Old Oregon Trail. The treasure in Idaho, which I placed at Bonneville Point, was found by Joel and his wife Courtney with friends Caesar and Debbie. I appreciate you, Joel, for contacting me and letting me know that you found it, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And the winner of the Jade Ring sweepstakes, I suppose, I left that one in Oregon City, Oregon at the End of the Trail Museum, and that one was found by Deidre, Dustin, Emma, and David. And I apologize, I have your cash ready to go. It took me a little bit to gather up all the items that I wanted to put in it, but it will be in the mailbox tomorrow. It'll probably be at your doorstep by the time I post this video, so thank you for your patience. And I appreciate you, Deidre, for contacting me. As you can see behind me, I've posted the pictures of both parties finding said cash. Pretty cool, and with that being said, Wyoming is the last remaining treasure. I have gotten no word on it being found. If it has been found, nobody's contacted me. So as far as I know, the Wyoming treasure cache on the Oregon Trail is still at large. Anyway, let's get back into it. The second to last one you see here is the mustache with The soul patch. This was a very townsy look. You wore it to show class when you were walking through town. You were sophisticated. It was elegant. Notable figures. Doc Holliday rocked the mustache with the soul patch. He was a little bit more flamboyant and liked to look sleek when he was with good company. And also George A. Custer, general of the Indian Wars out west and also fought for the Union in the Civil War. He was another flamboyant character, and he also had the mustache with the soul patch. And that's not where it ended with him. He wore a red sash and a natural colored hat, and he had a taste for the extravagant, and he presented himself that way. So we're going to get to the last one right now. Here is the last one. It is just a run-of-the-mill mustache. A very popular style in the Victorian era. And even our presidents during that time wore the mustache. Given Theodore Roosevelt started his term at the very tail end of the Victorian era in 1901, he still rocked the mustache. Very masculine, powerful look. I mean, look at this guy. But this is the mustache, and that is the last one we have for the show today. I can definitely do a part 2 to this, but you'll have to give me a few months to get this back out here so we can do it again. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like to let me know that you enjoyed this style of video. Comment if there's anything else that you'd like to see on this channel, because I'm open to all these new ideas and I have some good ideas coming down the pipeline that I hope you'll enjoy. That's gonna wrap it up for me today. My name is Andrew with St. Andrew TV. Think about subscribing. You're a daisy if you do.